Hi, welcome to Boredom Busters. My name is Priscilla White. I'm a director here at Lift Brigade, and I'm also Lance's mom. My son Lance started Lift Brigade via his Make-A-Wish when he was fighting cancer. He wanted to do something to help other kids get through treatment. He knows firsthand being in the hospital can get kind of boring, so we wanted to think of something fun for y'all to do that's a creative outlet we hope you enjoy.
Hi, welcome to Boredom Busters. I'm Stevie, an associate director here at Lift Brigade and Lance's sister. Today we're going to be making a fish tank.
Today we're going to be making an aquarium in Boredom Busters. You can sit it right by your bedside when you're done and have your very own pet fish in the room. So first we're going to open our kit and see what's inside. We have our instructions, 2 pipe cleaners, a piece of a paper plate, some cereal, glue, popsicle stick, some fish shapes, some tissue paper, googly eyes, a sponge, and a piece of white paper, and the rest of the paper plate. So the first step is you're going to set the bottom end of the paper plate, the one that's folded, aside, because that's going to be our stand. So let me show you how this is going to work at the end. So at the end, you're going to stick your paper plate round side down, like a fish bowl. Yep, right in the stand. And if you need to adjust it by cutting it a little more or folding it a little more, you can. But it's going to just stand up just like that on your bedside when you're done. Okay? So that's the very last thing that you'll use. Now you might want to put your Boredom Buster plastic bag underneath your plate because you're going to be working with glue, and glue can kind of get messy. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take the white paper, and if you want your fish to have bubbles coming out of their mouth, you can tear little circles out of your paper to make some little fish bubbles. And they don't have to be perfect circles, just circle-ish is good enough. And maybe like 5 or 6 is plenty. Okay, and now you're done with your white paper. So I would just set those bubbles to the side for a second because we're going to use those once we have everything placed. Okay, then you're going to open your glue and stir it with the popsicle stick and make sure it's the right consistency for you. If it's too thick, you can always add some water to it to make it a little thinner. Okay, so Stevie's liking the consistency. All right, so using your popsicle stick or a sponge, you're going to paint 2 glue stripes across your paper plate. These are going to be where we put that blue tissue paper and make kind of waves. So it's going to be horizontal across, so yep, across the big side of the plate from side to side. So you just need 2 stripes, and you can make it wavy and bend because these are supposed to be like your little background waves. And the sponge might be easier. And you don't need a whole lot of glue because it's tissue paper, so it'll stick. And you kind of want to get up the sides of the plate too. There you go. Not all the way to the edge, just up that little curve, just like Stevie's doing. Okay, so now you're going to take 1 strip of the blue tissue paper and twist it into a long ribbon. if you only have one piece of tissue paper, you can always tear it in half to make another. I'm going to grab another piece for Stevie. But when you have it twisted up like you want it, then you're going to just start placing it on that strip of glue to make a little wave. And I magically found another piece of paper. And you can just smush it, you can twist it, whatever you want to do is fine. Okay, so now we have our little ocean waves going. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is underneath that second wave at the bottom of our bowl, we're going to paint glue and then crush the cereal and sprinkle it on. So like it's gravel in the bottom of our tank. Now you might just want to sprinkle it on and then smush it on. That might be the best way to do that. So just let it drop on and then kind of press it to smush it. There, just like Stevie's doing. And once the glue dries, you might need to shake the excess off. You might need more glue. Just keep working with it. Add glue if you need to. It might stick to the sponge, and that's okay. You'll fix it. Don't fling the sponge or cereal will fly. That was a great demonstration, Stevie. Okay, so Stevie's just going to smush it on best she can. And we'll just see what sticks. And if we need to add some more later, we have extra. We always include a little extra just in case you need it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do to decorate our aquarium is take the pipe cleaners. These are going to be our little plants on either side of the gravel. So what I would do is I would bend mine in half, like line up the ends at the bottom and then pinch it in the middle. And if you have one of these cool fluffy ones, you might not need to do anything else. You might just need to glue it together, glue it to the plate at the bottom and let it look like it's ocean grass swaying in your aquarium. So you can put it in just like that. Or, with the yellow one, Stevie's going to fold that one in half. Or you can fold it in thirds, whatever you want to do. You could coil it up to look like a spring. You could twist it into, so you just take your finger and kind of run it around your finger to make it springy. That's one thing you can do. And then you would glue that on the other side. And you're probably going to need a big dollop of glue. You might want to just dip the end of your pipe cleaner in the glue and then secure it to your plate. And it'll take a little while to dry. Just make sure it's bent flat towards your plate. Stevie's going to do the other side while I fix this one a little bit. There, if it lays flat at the bottom, then it'll stay. And you might want to just drop some more glue on top. And again, if it doesn't stick, you can always add more glue. Okay? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is add your fish. So pick 2 fish, preferably different colors, so you have 2 different friends, and figure out if you want them looking at each other where they should be swimming, what direction they should be swimming in your tank. And then once you're happy with their placement, you're going to put glue on the back of them and glue them to your tank. And you might not want to glue it on top of your grass. So just make sure when you're gluing it to the plate or the tissue paper on the plate. All right. So the next thing we want to do is let our fish look at us. So you're going to take one eye for each fish. And there should be a glue dot on the back of your eye, but if there's not, you can just use regular glue to glue it to your fish. Okay, and now that you know where your fish belong, remember those bubbles we ripped at the beginning? You can put bubbles coming out of their mouth to finish your project. And once you're happy with your project, make sure there's enough glue for the pipe cleaners. I think this one might be coming off. We need some more glue on that one. So I'm going to dip it. I'm going to give it a generous dollop and stick it to my plate. There, that should stay now. Okay, and when this dries, you'll put it in your stand and it can be right next to your bedside. Just like that. Enjoy your day. We hope you enjoyed this craft. Dell Children's patient and founder Lance White and his family live locally and run Lift Brigade as volunteers to help children get through treatment. Share the fun. Like us, tag us, follow us on social media, share your pictures with us, check out our website, and reach out to us via email. We'd love to hear your story. We need your feedback and donations to help keep these programs going. Thanks in advance for your help.